Hey, welcome to Dirt Live. We're coming to you live out here in Imperial Valley. You can see it's kind of missing everybody. The race has finished on Saturday night. We had the awards here on Sunday, and we had a great race, our inaugural race out here for the SCORE International Imperial Valley 250. We want to thank everybody involved. People out here in Imperial Valley opened their arms to have this race out here, and what a success. Huge fans. We had fans everywhere. We had a hill up there called Jarhead Hill, VIP area. We had the monsters set up over here and tons of people over there in that VIP area. We also had spectators out on one of the roads and incredible 4.5 miles of spectators. Well, tonight on Dirt Live, what we're going to show is some highlights for the race. If you didn't get a chance to tune in live on Dirt Live, we will show you qualifying on Thursday. Incredible action out here, the qualifying, where Steven Eugenio, the local guy, took the top dog lead. He pulled the pole off out here at the race. Also coming up, we'll show you a little bit of contingency. So incredible racing, like I say, going on out here. And we're going to go to a video of the week. And when we come back from the video week, we're going to have some more stuff to show you what went on out here in Imperial Valley. We'll be right back.
Alguien tiró una bomba atómica arriba de esa montaña. Es increíble.
El Dakar es una sorpresa minuto a minuto, kilómetro a kilómetro.
I love to be in the podium. This is our target.
C'est mon tempérament d'attaquer, donc là je vais y aller.
Always the one guy is going as fast as he can.
Pour moi, une deuxième, une troisième, une cinquième place, ça vaut rien. Il n'y a que la victoire qui est belle.
Dakar es así. Un día eres un héroe y al día siguiente eres un villano.
Ça m'inspire qu'effectivement, on voit que c'est pas que le pilote et la vitesse pure qui fait la différence.
Fucking push the car!
Terrible, terrible, creo que ha sido el día más duro de la historia del Dakar. Terrible.
Es algo, una sensación increíble. Nunca pensé que pueda pasar algo así. No una de las cosas más emocionantes que me ha pasado en la vida.
Whatever way the same, nothing according to plan. If I could just see clear into you, the same face every day, the sirens calling away. This means so much more. The floating boat is carrying me, and I can leave my story differently. The grid is iron shooting all around me. Will I sing? Oh, 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 oh. On the falling shows, I wonder why me. On my way to the falls, I hope you see. We are heading to the wall, even if you're sorry. Will I sing? Oh, 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 oh. In my sleep, nothing sane, nothing according to plan. If I could be someone without you, the same smile every day, the sirens calling away. This means so much more. The floating boat is carrying me, and I can read my story differently. The grid is sound chewing all around me. Will I sing? Oh, 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 oh. And in my sleep, nothing sane, nothing according to plan. And if I could be someone without you, the same smile every day, the sirens calling away. This means so much more. This means so much more. The sirens calling. Floating boat is carrying. Sirens calling me. Will I sing? Oh, the floating boat is carrying me, and I can read my story differently. The grid is sound chewing all around me. Will I sing? Oh, 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 oh. The falling shows, I wonder why me. On my way to the falls, I hope you see. We are heading to the wall, even if you're sorry. Will I sing? Oh, 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 oh. Floating boat is carrying me, and I can read my story differently. The sirens calling. If I could be someone, falling shows, I wonder why me. On my way to the falls, I hope you see. We are heading to the wall, even if you're sorry. Will I sing? Oh, 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 oh.
Provocar la ovación más grande del Rally Dakar.
Hey, welcome back to Dirt Live. I hope you're enjoying those videos from the ASO. Armin Schwartz, representing the ASO for the United States, gave us these videos, and it looks pretty good for the ASO and doing a lot of stuff working with Score International. So we hope you enjoyed that. We're going to go to a commercial. When we come back, we're going to have some highlights for this weekend's race out here in Imperial Valley.
Hi, I'm Martin Christensen with All German Motorsports. Been racing Score off-road for a number of years, and I've been using the HANDS device for a very, very long time. I absolutely believe in it because I know it saves lives. Not only am I a racer and want to win races, that's obvious, but come Monday morning, I'm a businessman and a father for my family. I want to be there on Monday morning. For me, this is the best solution. It's super simple to put on. It goes right on. Very fast as well to connect to the helmet. Has a super nice slide mount that just clicks right in. You don't even know that it's there when it's fitted properly. Another reason why it's very comfortable is once you're seated in the car, the sliding tethers in the back allows you full movement on your head with no restrictions. Another thing that I like is that it's super easy to get in and out of the car. Just cut the belts like normal, get out, and boom, you're out of the car. Just like that, voila, an absolute lifesaver. A great example is Prim Score 300. I was standing right in the grandstands, and a fellow racer in class 1 at the time came right over, a little infield jump, looped the car. I was only 15, 20 feet away, ran to the car, and the driver was dead. If there's any way anybody out there can prevent anything like that from happening by wearing a simple device like this, I'd say it must be done. Neither Brian or myself are paid or sponsored by Stand 21. We're just racers who believe in safety.
Here, Clyde Stacy's truck, followed by BJ Baldwin. Andy McMillan right here in the 11. Oh, Cody Parkhouse is out there along with Justin Matney. I think Sergio Salgado right there. It's got to be different for Rob McCachran sitting up here watching instead of qualifying. You know, Rob, is it pretty tough to sit and watch your partner qualify?
It's weird for me, yeah, but also this is really the first time that I've watched that truck go around the track. So for me, that's a pretty good thing, you know, get to look at it and see what it looked like from the outside and see if I can't help with the suspension and the tuning for this race.
What do you think of this setup here? You know, I don't think anybody's seen anything like this out here in Plaster City. I mean, it's kind of all groomed and it's pretty cool.
No, absolutely. This is my first time down here, you know, in this area. I go test over there by the plaster plant, but I stay in my own little area that I know. So this desert to me is totally different. So it's kind of like I feel like a fish out of water, really. I've never been here before. I've never been around this course out here, and you know, I'm excited to be here. It should be a really good event, and I can't thank all the people from the Imperial Valley, you know, for doing all the effort to put this race on and Score and all the volunteers. I know it's a huge effort, and it's definitely a pleasure to be down here.
All right, well, you heard it right here from Rob McCachran. Definitely a lot of stuff. We see Galindo out there in the number 8 Bud Light truck, Stephen Eugenio's father-in-law. Not handling too good. You know, kind of back in, Rob, kind of kicking up. So right now is a hot lap, and then they'll line up for their qualifying laps.
They're going to let them do like 5, 3 or 4, 5.
Yeah, hearing from Rob now, they're going to let them do a few more laps than we thought. So we might see these guys doing about 3 or 4 hot laps to get this thing down. Yeah, somebody's watching. There's an alien just flew in, ship right here. He's kind of filming everybody, and he goes back up to the planet, wherever they're from. So we're not in area one. We're not in area 51, but search there. Rob watching his truck go around. Andy McMillan at the wheel. Andy coming off that big win at the Mint 400. Rob's truck looks pretty good. Rob, you know, you're watching your truck and then you see some of these other guys handling so much different. So are they set up more for the desert itself, or what do you do?
Yeah, these trucks are not set up for driving right here over these jumps. They're set up for more like rolling whoops or rolling waves. And, you know, I'm looking at my truck. It looks pretty loose, very free, and with a lot of wheel travel. And for a short course track like this, you really want no wheel travel or very minimal, and you want the car to be stiff. So, you know, I'll talk with Andy after he's done and see if he's happy with it or we want to snug it up some.
Well, good point. You know, like I say, we're watching some of these cars go through the rhythm section and over some of the jumps, and a little different. There's Steven Eugenio in the 7, coming off his 3rd place finish at San Felipe. Right now, Andy going over that jump. Rob checking it out. They can see if they need to make any adjustments. Justin Matney right here from RPM. Most of the guys, I think, more concerned about the jumps, the desert section. They've already got that figured out. Harmon Schwartz, these guys pulling off either make adjustments or Rob, would you run with all this, what I've seen out here the last couple days, a little bit lower air pressure in the tires from a normal race?
Well, if it's sandy, like it looks like it is right here, yeah, then you would want to lower the pressure. If it's very rocky, then you'd want to raise it. This area definitely looks like you want to lower it. And most of the area that I'm seeing around that they're going out there on the same thing, probably lower the air pressure. Doesn't look like there's rocks, but I really can't see from here.
Yeah, that's a chance you take. You know, you let the little bit of air out of those things. You got to make sure you don't can't square edge those rocks, you know. But Rob up here watching everybody. Marty Coyne just showing up. Did a great job out here. Marty, we've been talking live on the internet and the people right here. A lot of work you've been doing out here for the last couple of months, and it looks like it's paying off. So great job, Marty Coyne, and there's going to be a lot more going on out here, I'm sure, in the future. Absolutely. So we'll get the rundown. 72 and the 73 trucks out of GSM Motorsports, James Lynn and Robert Acer. Nick Vanderway is down there in the 84 Got Milk truck. 88 truck will be driven by Sergio Salgado. The number 1 driven by BJ Baldwin. Andy McMillan in the 11. We have Juan Lopez Jr. in the number 5 RPM truck, 18 years old, from Mexico. The 166 Class 1, driven by Larry McCallum. The Justin Matney in the RPM Class 1, along with his co-driver, Kellen Walsh. They won San Felipe. Cody Parkhouse in the 100, his dad is driving. We got a lot of racers up here watching, trying to get ideas. I'm going to get Luke up here. I'm going to put Luke on the spot. Come on here, Luke. Luke McMillan is up here with us. And his brother Dan up here pumping iron up here. So, Luke, what do you think of this format? I mean, I know you've been out here testing, you know, when you first got your new truck. A great place to test out here because it's pretty much, because it's at 0 level, right?
Yeah, no, I've been out here a lot. I grew up driving out here, and this is really cool. I'm glad racing's back out here, and I hope it goes smooth tomorrow. The short course track looks really cool. I mean, that's a lot of dirt they moved, and looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. I think this event's going to grow.
Yeah, we're hoping to, I'll throw it out there a little bit. This could be where the race will be in September, okay? And we're talking about at night. Get some ideas, race at night on September. The bikes could run at 6 in the morning, get them done, and then you guys could race at night. Be kind of cool. And it would be just the course, the qualifying course that you guys are on right now. Yeah, cool?
Yeah, that sounds like a lot of fun. September's be warm, but a night race will be perfect. I think, none of the big organizations run just a night race, so that'll be cool because off-road racing is all about going into the night, and so a night race would be a lot of fun.
So we'll see you at the 500, right?
Absolutely.
All right, you're all set. How do you like the new truck?
I love it. It's we worked out all the bugs. We put 200 flawless test miles on it, and we're tearing it down now, and we'll be ready for the 500, and we'll be back stronger than ever.
All right, watch out. This young man coming at you in Mexico at the 500. We got Dan down here. We talked. Is Dan sitting there, or did he run off? Dan, come on up here, buddy. We actually got the camera now flipped around. Nice to see you.
Good to see you, too.
You all set? You just not going to race this one?
No, I'm going to start Jessica's truck. I'm going to do the first lap in Jessica's truck, and then she's going to ride with me, and then I'm going to get out, and she's going to drive the last two.
That's cool. At least we found that out. That's pretty cool. We talked to her. We had her on the show last week or a couple weeks ago, and she's such a neat and talented driver.
Yeah, I actually went around the track with her yesterday in the Raptor, and it was pretty entertaining because the Raptor doesn't handle too well in these big holes, and we were slamming it. But it was fun, and she's a great driver. She's got a good natural instinct about her, so I think she'll do good out here.
It's a really cool story about how, she always wanted to race, and all the boys raced, and she finally jumped in and did it.
Yeah, it's pretty cool that we're all in trophy trucks now, and Luke and I started in the 16 car, and Andy went straight to the Class 1, and Jessica in the Class 12 in the Pro truck, and now we're all racing trophy trucks, so it's super neat.
You getting ready for the 500?
Yep. Both our trucks are getting ready for the 500. They're both torn down all the way, getting a full prep, getting ready to go to the 500.
Hovey with you for that one?
Most likely I'll throw him in that second half. He's such a great driver. He knows the beach section really well, if we do the beach section at all. But he's a great driver, a great guy, so I'll probably throw him in.
What do you think of this format here?
I think it's cool. I think there's a lot of dirt here to be moved, and I think Marty Coyne did a great job and his group, and it's really neat. It's really cool. It's a little bit different, and I went around the track yesterday, like I said, and the course is extremely fun. Brought back a lot of good memories of us racing with FUD and MDR down here, so it's a great track. I'm really excited for tomorrow.
Yeah, Marty had a lot of help, a lot of friends, and a lot of people here in Imperial Valley, along with Tony Vanilla, who everybody knows Tony from, back in the Lucas Oil days where he first started with them, and Tony's out here building all these jumps, and him and Marty put a lot together. There's a lot of money invested out here.
Yeah, absolutely, and I think for future events, you could get a lot of people out here. I think a night race out here would be great. And a great night race before the Baja 1000, because the Baja 1000 is mostly at night. A night race down here would be great.
Well, we'll pass it on. I know that's what they were talking about the other night, and I think, I know Roger was talking to some of the bike guys and said, hey, we'll run you early in the morning when it's cool. We'll get them done by, they'll run each day. They're only going to run for maybe a few laps, maybe an hour. It'd be like, just like the old Laughlin race.
Yeah, it'd be fun. I'd be definitely come down here and watch that if we're not racing it.
All right. Once again, you heard it from Dan McMillan up here watching. They're getting ready for the Baja 500. Him and Luke, they'll be there. And we're going to have a good race. 500 is always good. Do you like the 500 better, the loop, or are you looking forward to the long race this time to La Paz?
I like the Baja 1000. I like the distance. I like the logistical challenge of it. I like the all-night driving. I think it separates the guys that can sprint a 500-mile race, and the 1,000 separates the guys who can be patient and be smart in the long run. So the Baja 1000 to me is the ultimate off-road race. It trumps anything that we do. I think the Baja 1000 is it.
And we're talking about, I don't know if you heard through the grapevine, but the possibility of the qualifying for the Baja 1000 will be in Vegas. Have you ever heard that?
Yeah, I heard that. I think that's a very interesting approach. I think it's going to be difficult for a lot of teams to go all the way to Vegas with their equipment when they're going to be down in Baja pre-running. A lot of people don't have the luxury that we do of having an airplane, so I think that's going to be difficult, but I'm sure it's going to be first class, whatever Roger does.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool deal when you look at it. A huge facility just to showcase all the trophy trucks and Class 1s and all the race vehicles. And to be able, they're going to bus the people. That time of the year, the SEMA show is pretty popular, and a lot of sponsors that you guys have are at that event.
Yeah. I think the biggest concern though is going to be is gonna be getting those people to leave their hotel and leave where all the drinks are at and where all the girls are at, hanging out, handing out, flyers and stuff. But if it can attract, it's gonna be great.
Yeah, we'll have girls out there and we'll have drinks. Okay.
Perfect. I'll be there.
All right, Dan. You heard it from Dan McMillan. Thanks, Dan. Good luck, buddy.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. All right, we just heard a one-lap qualifying, one lap. First guy up, BJ Baldwin. Next up is Robert Acer, the guy that never takes his helmet off. I think he sleeps with his helmet. BJ likes this next jump coming up. He cleared the jump in his pre-runner all the way to the bottom on the other side. So I know he's pretty much gonna go a little bit farther. You see him back out a little bit. Now these guys are back a little more comfortable. You heard Rob McCachran talk about that these trucks are not set up for the short course. Next guy up doing it for GSM Motorsports. They're working a lot with some of the kids in Ensenada. Putting a lot of money helping, you see BJ roosting around, either missing a corner, throwing up some dirt. We want to thank BF Goodrich for paying for the live streaming and tracking for the race on Saturday and also Saturday morning for the motorcycles. All right, here goes Robert Acer. These guys have never raced off-road racing. I had them on the show a few months ago, and the other one, James Lynn, is only raced go-karts. But these guys got a great budget. They were testing this truck, and they rolled it, and the body cost $10,000 to replace it. It's graphite, carbon fiber. They showed up last year at the 1,000, both of them, and all they had is a Chevy logo on the side. Everybody was asking for the next couple of months, who are these guys? Now, James Lynn, the other owner, he'll be driving the next one up shortly. He is the one that's made all the wiring harnesses for all the trophy trucks and Class 1 cars for the last 10 years. He used to work with Robbie Gordon about 5 or 6 years ago. All right. Here we go. BJ comes around that big sweeper. Now the finish line is down right there. He'll get the time. And that'll shut him off.
Okay. Yeah, now hit the front button again.
I hear a couple people, I had that same question I was asking on the radio. Do you think maybe that when they go by the poles down at the other end, maybe that's when the start, that would be a good idea. They get a run at it right from here to there. I would think that's how they're doing it because they're using the transponders. Stephen Eugenio off of San Felipe did a great job, finished on the podium in third place. Of course, BJ helped him a little there, gave him a spot, and BJ was kicked back to 16th. Steven Eugenio through the rhythm section. Looks good. His father-in-law driving the number 8 Bud Light truck, coming up shortly. Fidel Galindo. This is Steven Eugenio's backyard. These guys growing up out here. Along with Cody Robinson up here hanging out with us, growing up here. Maybe it's pretty much a almost 240-degree view as Robert Acer will take. Nice. He'll take the checker. Like I say, these guys are learning. They've only raced the 1,000, and they raced San Felipe. Only 2 races for these guys in the 72 and the 73. Right there, James Lynn. Like I said, he's got a lot of go-kart racing experience. We know that. And man, to jump in out of a go-kart into a 800 horsepower trophy truck, incredible. Look at this. Look at the power difference. Look at that thing right through the rhythm section. So James Lynn out in the desert now. Next up, one of the RPM trucks. We have 2 of them driven by father and son. Juan Lopez Sr. and Juan Lopez Jr. Juan Lopez Jr. watched him race 2 weeks ago in Long Beach at the Long Beach Grand Prix for Robbie Gordon's speed trucks. He was in one of them. You know? So Steven Eugenio will be in. I would say right now the top 2 times with BJ and Steven Eugenio. I know Martin Christensen up here with me. Also watching his partner will be going off the line shortly. Martin Christensen is a regular guy now every Tuesday night on Dirt Live, representing Stand 21 and showing everybody how tricky it is to get your helmet off with the safety stuff that Stand 21 has been putting out. Some incredible stuff that Stand 21 has been doing for 40 years. So the 5 truck of Juan Lopez Jr. from Mexico. How many people here from Mexico? We got a few. All right. We're in Mexico. I didn't know that. Okay. We accidentally found out we went over the border somehow, but. It's incredible the age. Look at 18 years old, and he's already in these trophy trucks. I know Martin, it's got just incredible talent, this young man. Clyde saw in these guys. I mean, Lala Laguna was driving a 9-car in Mexico, beating mostly everybody in 1,600 cars with a 9-car, and Clyde saw that talent. Hey, welcome back. Hope you're enjoying these highlights. An awesome race out here, like we said before. We're hoping to come back here possibly in September for the 2-day race. Everything went well out here. BLM loved what we were doing. The Imperial Valley Township really enjoyed what was going on out here for the racing. So let's go to a commercial. When we come back, you're going to have some more highlights from the race weekend.
You've never experienced off-road racing like this. Join the Lucas Oil Off-Road Racing Series as they take you up close and personal with some of the hottest names in the racing business. Feel like you're part of the action with a front row seat and join the hard-hitting action of off-road racing. Lucas Oil Off-Road on MAV TV.
A new car, please.
There are things way in front of that.
These days, everyone needs to make what they have last, and your car's transmission should not be overlooked. Lucas Transmission Fix keeps your automatic or manual transmission performing like new. It stops slipping and rough shifting while eliminating most seal leaks, increasing its life.
Yeah, she's got me this far. I think I'll stick with her.
Give yourself a little less worry with Lucas Transmission Fix.
Hey, welcome back from the commercial. Well, we got more highlights coming at you. We got a great show. A lot of teams test out here. I was trying to get Dan to talk about that. When you're driving down the freeway, you see the sign that says 0 elevation out here. It's a good place to test and get ready for the races in Mexico. A lot of the course down by the beach at 0 elevation. It's like James Lynn coming around. All right, we'll see what James Lynn coming around this big sweeper. Almost up on 3 wheels. A lot of hang time. You heard him up in the air just revving the motor, playing around. He's so high up in the air. Okay, up next would be a Bud Light truck driven by Stephen Eugenio's father-in-law, Fidel Galindo. You watch, this truck looked like it was set up more in the desert, having a little trouble in the rhythm section. Here goes Fidel through the rhythm. You can see that back end just wants to kick up. Like Rob McCacken was talking about, it's they're trying to get a comfortable medium to handle both the desert and the short course. We want to thank some of the sponsors out there. Polaris just jumping on board with Score. We've got Rigid King on board, and BF Goodrich, as always. And we talked about that earlier. They're taking care of the live streaming and tracking for the whole weekend. And don't forget, you're watching this live courtesy of Satellite, from Satellite Phone Store out of San Diego. So when you get ready to go down to Baja for the 500, get a hold of these guys and get your sat phones. It's always good to have one down there in Mexico. You got some cold drinks? Yeah. Thanks, Corey. So a lot of people checking out what's going on. It'll be happening out here Saturday. The motorcycles will start at 6 o'clock. And the rest of the vehicles will run later on in the afternoon, I think around schedule 1 o'clock. Some of the slower race cars, I think Class 9, will run with the motorcycles and the UTVs at 6 o'clock. I know Corey Sappington's up here going to try to bring home the win on Saturday for Can-Am. Been very close. Here comes a young man from Mexico, Juan Lopez Jr. Amazing watching him race Robbie Gordon's race in Long Beach, and they put those ramps out on the straightaway. Here goes Juan Carlos. Everybody saw the TV show on CBS when he rolled. He was started third in San Felipe and rolled not too far off the start line. Got back in it and still finished in the top 5. Kind of cleared that one double. We qualified for the 1,000 with Juan Lopez out at Ojo Negro, and he did the most incredible jump where the front end was straight up in the air and landed on the rear wheels and saved it. An incredible Juan Lopez put on a show down there. All right, here we go. This will be the guy that right now BJ Baldwin will be watching. How many people think Andy McMillan can set top pole position right here? What do you think? How about Andy McMillan? All right, here he goes through. He's really good through this rhythm section. Andy McMillan driving with Rob McCacken. Here comes Mr. Galindo back. Take the checkered flag for him in that Bud Light truck. Next up will be Armin Schwartz, the multi-time rally driving champion from Europe in that number 15. His partner up here, Martin, watching Armin qualify. So right here, Juan Lopez, senior out of Mexico, will be taking the checkered flag coming up. Getting around that corner. They kind of dusted Armin. I see Robert Acer up here. Robert. All right. Hey, we got a gentleman up here. I want to introduce you. If you don't already know him, his name is Robert Acer. Let's give it up for Robert Acer, driving for GMS Team Motorsports. He's one of the owners. And you do a lot of work now with the kids in Ensenada. You're helping some of these kids get through and get something going for their lives, right?
Yeah, currently right now I've rebuilt 6 schools. I've put $500,000 down in Ensenada and San Felipe. And currently we have 6,200 children that actually have benefited from local schools, stores. We make sure that we keep the money inside Ensenada, Mexico, to help out the children.
A pretty good finish for you and James Lynn at San Felipe. You had a lot of fun in San Felipe?
San Felipe was interesting. We had steering problems, and then going up to Mike Sky Ranch, it started raining on us. When it got dark, this is tinted visor, so that made it really extremely a little challenging. But we pushed through. It's like I tell the kids down there, don't give up, keep pushing it. That's what I like about off-roading. You never know what it's going to throw at you, and you just push through.
You know, you and I spent a little bit of time in San Felipe as Andy McMillan comes over to take his checkered flag. You know, Robert, you and I spent a little time down in San Felipe on the Melicon, and I was impressed with the amount of fans that came up and got their picture taken with you. I mean, the locals in San Felipe and Ensenada really are starting to recognize what you represent.
You know, sometimes that's good to hear, because you kind of get lost in the moment. I'm just happy to be here with, legendary names. I pay my respects. I salute everyone out there while we race. If I could change a child's life out of 100,000 of them, I'm happy with that.
Now, we tried to get you on the show. I had a little fun where I put the helmet on when I interviewed James Lynn. What did any background for you in off-road racing?
Well, that would have to remain a secret. But yeah, there is a lot of road course in my back. After this race, I go down to Argentina to meet up with the WRC. And then I'll be turning around going over to Paris to future talks for Dakar with the ownership to see what's the different path of cars. If you can find a good team and start building now, maybe get it to the 2015, and if not, get it to the 2016.
Good to hear, man. Good luck. So you hear, we finally get him up here to talk to him a little. We'll have him all weekend. We'll talk a little more and spend some time with you. We're definitely going to get you on Dirt Live so we can find out a little bit more. But very interesting. I don't know if you people heard, this gentleman will be going over in Europe racing in some of the rallies. He'll be racing possibly Dakar in 2015. And a lot of money spent from his organization to help kids in Mexico. That's where he's been.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you very much for having me here. And I salute Roger for putting this event on.
Thanks, Robert. Pleasure. I know definitely, like I said, when he's down in Mexico, everybody was grabbing him, getting pictures taken. So they're finding out who this guy is. All right, next up should be Sergio Salgado, the 88 truck. And we're going to get into the Class 1s. We might have one more. I'm looking down there. I might be Nick Vanderway in the 84 truck. Right now, Armin Schwartz is out on the course. You can see him right across from us, straight across, going through the desert. He'll be coming back into the short course. We're hearing that we heard the course is about 7 miles and they're doing it in about 6 minutes. Figure the average. And here comes Sergio Salgado. His family also driving a 10 car. Right here is Armin Schwartz. Good looking 15 trophy truck, the only one with this body style. He's the rally champion right here, knows how to get around these corners. Armin Schwartz. You got 541? So we got some guys with, that's where we're at. We're about 538, 541, I think, for Andy McMillan and BJ Baldwin. Up next will be Nick Vanderway, driving that 84 truck. Drives a lot with Kurt Leduc. Marty Coyne up here with me, checking things out. Marty, you've done a great job, man. I mean, I know there's a lot of people, we talked about it, we're live right now. We talked about your help with Tony Vanilla out here. What a guy. Tony Vanilla knows how to build courses.
Yeah, we got a lot of background with Tony, of course, racing the original course series that changed into the Lucas series. It was great to bring Tony on board to help us kind of deliver our dream out here. I had a section of land, 640 acres, that was sitting out here for years, trying to figure out what we wanted to do with it. And we made a short course a reality out here in Imperial Valley. And so we're excited about it. We think we can do a lot of great things moving forward. We got the county and the cities behind us, the community, the sponsors. And so I think this is just the beginning of a lot of great things down here, George.
You know, Rob McCachran said the same thing. You know, he was very impressed what he saw today.
Yeah, we, you know, just all options are open. As you know, we got another 7 miles worth of infield course here. So literally sitting up here in our VIP section, you can almost see racing 360. You can see it on the left, the right, the north, and even the south. The guys coming back in from Plaster City to get an 80-mile loop out of here, and then 7 or 8 of it on our private property. We're hoping to have many more score events and other events out here going forward.
I want to thank you. I know you had a busy schedule the last for you, you know, with Travis racing in the Lucas Series. Now kind of spending some more time out here maybe developing this. And this could be the next big motocross and motorsports park, you know?
Yeah, we're also working with BLM and law enforcement. We're hoping to open this up and be able to do events here and open up the Superstition Mountain area so people can bring their off-road vehicles and camp in an open area and actually come out and enjoy racing, to just do all of it all in one location. So if everybody minds their P's and Q's, minds by the rules, BLM's going to give us this area as an open area going forward on our next event, and we can do lots of great things. This is an awesome family event and great for Imperial County. It's close to the big cities, close to Mexico, so we want to bring all of our fans out here and have a great time.
Once again, I want to thank. Let's give it up for Marty Cohn right up here. You guys are up here enjoying all this hospitality up here. I know Saturday, all the people that helped put on this event will be up here enjoying the view and the hospitality.
Absolutely. There's such a long list, and I'd love to share it with everybody tomorrow, of the sponsors and all the people, the local businesses that came together to make this happen. But we had to raise a lot of money, obviously. It costs a lot of money to put one of these events on, and we'll share that with you tomorrow. But we got some exciting stuff coming on for Saturday.
All right. We'll be back Saturday. Tomorrow we'll be down Imperial Valley Mall. You can come down and check out all the vehicles. Checkered flag right there for Sergio Salgado. Now we're going to step it up. This guy coming off his win in San Felipe, Justin Matney from Tennessee, co-driver Kellen Walsh, the co-driver for Robbie Gordon in Dakar. Kellen has become this incredible co-driver for all these guys. And I mean, he can really let the driver and help. Co-driver is a very important part in racing, right, Corey? I mean, they can be very helpful when you're racing, and Kellen, as a former champion in a couple classes, and is really helpful to the driver. I mean, it's he keeps him calmed down, kind of keeps him going on the right path, and him and Robbie have really hit it off pretty good, and definitely in Dakar, these guys have a lot of fun. They didn't do very good at the last Dakar, but they plan on coming back next year. So right here, Justin Matney. We said earlier, this guy won San Felipe. The owner of RPM, Justin, out of Tennessee. You see the way they buck like a bucking bronco. The suspension set up more for the desert. The guy's got to give it up a little here and then pick it up out in the desert. You can see right there on the gas through the rhythm section. Tomorrow you'll be able to see all these vehicles on Contingency Row down by the mall, along with the freestyle show. We mentioned that earlier. Class 1. And we've already had all the trophy trucks. I don't know who to guess. It could be BJ, it could be Steven Eugenio, or Andy McMillan. Those guys look pretty fast. We've got 3 more Class 1s. Who's driving? I can tell you. Yeah. Anybody want to know who's driving the trucks? I can tell you, because I went down and talked to him. Larry is driving this truck, the car down there, the one. I talked to Larry. He's driving the 166. So I went down just to double check, because some guys are not, the rider of record might not be driving to qualify. So right here, Nick Vanderway at the wheel. Park house. We're assuming, we got a lady down here asking a good question. Are they starting? I would almost assume that once they hit that loop down there, they start their time. Because the transponder that's when it gets kicked in and shut down. So right here, Larry in the 166. I can't tell you who the co-driver is. I do have the driver. Some of the other drivers entered in the race you don't see out here: Nick Mills, Lyle Bask, Chad Dorman, Richard Boyle, Shelby Reed are not out here qualifying. In the trophy trucks, Jesse McMillan took a rear start. Gus Vildosola, along with, look at some of the other names if they didn't show up. Steve Serapis in the 6 opted not to qualify. I don't know, with Tavo, the way he drives, he started in San Felipe in the back and passed everybody but 4 vehicles and won the race. We'll be taking the checkered flag shortly. The 100 Park House vehicle driven by, I think, Brent. Cody is not at the wheel. Right here, Justin getting around. All right. Right here, the champions in score, Park House family. Cody's dad at the wheel. I think I said Brent. I think it's Brian. It's Brian Parkhouse. Last up will be Turner in the 163. Little breeze coming up a little more today. We heard maybe Saturday, a little cooler temperatures, a little more wind, which is good and bad. It's good for the racers and bad for the spectators. Unless you have goggles. Here, Larry McCallum over there, wide open in that Class 1 car. And actually, yeah, there he is, making that left turn. And he'll jump back on the short course. As you look to the left, and there's Brian Parkhouse going out north. Now turns left, heading towards Plaster City. So next one up, Brian Turner in the 163. He'll be the last vehicle to qualify. Try to get the results as quick as we can. We haven't heard anything from scoring. We'll have them up on the website. You'll be able to find them on Score website along with all our other social media. They're live and Score International Facebook page. All right, Brian Turner, the last driver. One thing I got to say, every driver went out and took every lap the laps and we didn't have anybody break down. It's pretty cool. I want to say hi to Rick Geiser. Hey, Rick, turn around, say hi. I want to say hi, buddy. Good job.
World famous Rick Geiser.
He's a famous guy right there, man. Building all those RPM vehicles. And we got one more coming in. Should be Parkhouse. The 100, 2013 champion. Cody Parkhouse, his dad at the wheel right now, Brian. What a neat family. I remember racing with Brian back in the 90s in class 1600. This guy was one of the toughest 1600 drivers back in the 90s. Right now, everybody on the course, and one more turn for Brian Parkhouse. Brian trying to get that fast time. It'd be between him and Justin Madney. Now we're waiting on Brian Turner, and we'll be done. We want to thank, once again, Satellite Phone Store, Eric and the gang, and Phil for hooking us up out here with a satellite feed. And it's incredible. If you're ever looking for something in satellite for your boat, they really specialize in boats, marine. And if you want to put a nice deal on your boat out there and travel around and watch TV in the middle of the ocean somewhere, they got it. So, or you need a sat phone in Mexico, get a hold of Eric. Don't leave home without it.
What, we got one more? We got one more?
This guy coming in, better on right now. Yeah, well.
If you want to see if he'll give us some. Hey, once again, welcome back to Dirt Live. Well, time's up once again here on Dirt Live. I hope you enjoyed all the highlights and kind of give you an idea of what went on out here. A pretty successful race. You know, we had a lot of great spectator areas for the people. A lot of people in this town, Imperial Valley, it took a heck of a lot of people from Chamber of Commerce to Marty Coyne and a lot of people that grabbed this and put it together, and a very successful race for the first race for SCORE out here in Imperial Valley. Well, it's about out of time. We want to thank the sponsors, the fans, everybody for making the show possible. We'll see you next week, Tuesday, right here, 7 o'clock on Dirt Live. And what can I say? Adios.
Dirt Live is brought to you in part by Wide Open Excursions. It's your turn to drive. Dirt Live, promoting racers one interview at a time.